Hi, this is Jay from paulpolito.com, and welcome to the next installment of our Linux screencast series about GNU and Unix commands. 103.2 Process Text Streams Using Filters, Part 2. In this tutorial, we will learn how to use the following commands: head, tail, odd, join, NL, paste, PR, sed. So let's get started. The commands head and tail. Two commands allow you to display either the first part or last part of files. These commands are the head and tail commands. Head and tail can be used as filters, or they can take a file name as an argument. By default, head and tail display the first or last 10 lines of the file or stream. It is also possible to display a specific number of bytes or a specific number of lines of a file. Here are two examples. The commands odd, join, and paste. Although computers communicate with binary numbers, also known as the base 2 numeral system, some programs are configured to process data in octal, base 8 system, or even in hexadecimal form, base 16 system. The odd command dumps files in octal and other formats. To convert the file /etc password into octal format, run the following command. To convert the file /etc password into ASCII format, run the following command. The commands join and paste combine columns from different files. Let's start with join. The join command in general joins lines of two files on a common field. Here's an example. In my home directory, I have two files, file1.txt and file2.txt. Let's have a look into both files. You see that the content of one of the files is names and directions, and the content of the other file is names and professions. Now let's join both of these files with the following command. The output shows that join merged the two files by taking advantage of common fields. That means that join created an output with the merged content of both files. The paste command merges lines of files and does not need a common field for that. Let's join both of our files again using the paste command as shown. As you can see, paste assumes a one-to-one correlation between files and does not work with common fields. The commands NL and PR. NL simply adds line numbers to a file. If you ever wanted to know how many lines the smb.conf file has, well, NL is your tool. Type the following command. If you'd also like to add line numbers to blank lines, then you have to give this command. The PR command converts text files for printing. When run without any further options, PR sets up pages with a header every 56 lines. 5 extra lines for the header and footer are added on each page, which finally results in a 66-line page in a standard printout. For more information about PR command options, please have a look into the man page of PR. The stream editor, sed. Sed, which stands for Stream Editor, is a Unix utility that parses text files and implements a programming language which can apply textual transformations to such files. Sed is extremely powerful, and the tasks it can accomplish are almost unlimited. This is only a small introduction and not intended to be complete or extensive. LPI also does not expect really deep knowledge of SED in the exam from you, so don't worry if we don't go through everything about SED here. SED reads input files line by line, applying the operation which has been specified via the command line, and then it outputs the line. The output can also be redirected into another file. SED also uses regular expression syntax to search for and replace text selectively in the pattern space. A set of SED commands is usually called a SED script. The best way to understand SED is to see a few examples. So here we go. In the home directory, we have a file sed1.txt. Let's have a look into this file. There are only a few names in there. Now I want to change all lowercase a's of this file to capital A's. With the following command, we can easily achieve this. The output shows us that SED globally changed all lowercase a's to capital A's. But let's have another look at the document. As you can see, the document is untouched because SED reads the input of our file and then, after changing its content, sent it back to the standard output, which is our terminal. Now, let's send the output again into a text file. A quick note, to follow the LPI exam preparation objectives accordingly, the terms standard input, standard output, standard error, and also regular expressions will be explained in later tutorials. After giving that command, you see no output at all on the screen. That's because it has been written directly into a newly created text file. In the third script, we introduce the delete command, which is indicated by the character D to delete a line. In this example, I used an address of 2 to indicate that only line 2 should be deleted. I will separate commands using a semicolon and use the same global substitution that I already used in the second script to replace lowercase a with capital A. The next command substitutes the numbers 1, 2, and 3 respectively for the lowercase letters A, B, and I. The 4 actions which are commonly used in a SED expression are -D, delete, -S, substitute, -G, global, and -Y, translate. As I already mentioned, what I showed here is only a brief introduction to the SED command, but it is by far enough to get the idea. Now you can create your own exercise files and look for further examples of SED on the internet so that you can get started learning how to use this powerful command. Summary. The program's head and tail can be used as filters, or they can take a file name as an argument. By default, head and tail display the first or last 10 lines of the file or stream. The odd command dumps files in octal and other formats. The join command in general joins lines of 2 files on a common field. The paste command merges lines of files and does not need a common field for that. The program NL adds line numbers to a file. The PR command converts text files for printing. SED, which stands for Stream Editor, is a Unix utility that parses text files and implements a programming language which can apply textual transformations to such files. Study points. Study the man pages of head and tail. Use these tools until you feel familiar with them. Play around with the program odd to get to know it in more depth. The join command isn't actually easy to understand. Repeat the examples shown in this screencast and explain why after joining the files, the entry Meyer is missing. Merge text files with the paste command. Use the NL command on the smb.conf file, which you will find somewhere in the /etc directory, and then also run the PR command on this file. Of course, to practice these commands, you can use any other file as well. This is Jay from paulpolito.com, and thanks for watching this tutorial about GNU and Unix commands. Until next time,